Hey guys, welcome to week 26 of 52 Weeks with Spirit. I think I'm getting used to saying, I can't believe we're in week 26 or week 25 or week 24, but that's neither here nor there. I want to talk to you about, listen, you guys know how this these work every single week. You know how these come about. Like I call on spirit, I ask for those messages, I ask for the message, the guidance, the insight, the inspiration, the empowerment to provide for you guys week after week after week. But this week is different because this week didn't come from me asking spirit. This week this week came from left field. But I really wanted to talk about this because I think this morning I had the biggest amount of healing in my entire life take place. Um, so I don't know how your experience in elementary and high school was, but mine wasn't the greatest. I mean, there's a reason I didn't graduate high school until I was 32 years old. And one of those reasons was based off bullying and how I was treated and how I was spoken to. Um, I wasn't really liked back in high school the first time around. I wasn't part of the popular kids. I was laughed at and bullied and treated poorly and just trauma-filled experience. And I was treated the exact same way in elementary school. So it proves the point that I think my mentors and what I have tried to give to my students and my clients is how you treat someone is truly a reflection, not on them, but of how you feel about yourself. And I also believe that life lessons will repeat itself until you've learned from it. I also believe that things that happen to us can, in fact, happen to our children and so forth. Generational curses are a real thing. They are things that have happened in the history of our families that can go years and years and years and years forward and continue until it hits someone in our family that says, enough is enough. And they begin to break the curse, break that lineage, break that life lesson, and they heal from it. Last night I set my pool up and I have the backyard of the oasis that I've wanted and loved and experienced. And I have some issues happening in my backyard involving my swimming pool, and how it continues to want to run over, so to speak. But I have a space. And so last night I decided I'm going to take a dip in the pool. I'm going to talk to a friend on video and I'm going to sit on this inner tube and I'm just going to float, right? And my friend was like, "Are you sure that's safe?" I was like, "Oh yeah, it's fine. It's got a slow leak. It'll be fine. Nothing bad will happen." And she's like, "Well, if anything happens, like you fall off or anything, I'm not going to laugh at you." And I was like, "Okay, I appreciate that." Right? Like, I appreciate that. Not sooner did she say that, not sooner did I sit in it, but it literally flipped out from underneath my butt, went flying out of the pool, and I was completely drenched. And keeping in mind what she had said, I'm not going to laugh at you if anything happens. The problem is when you both laugh. And that's truly what took place is not only was she laughing, but now I'm laughing because it's funny. And I firmly believe if you can't laugh at yourself, you have nothing to laugh at, right? So we had a great laugh. We had a great talk. It was great. I was planning on sleeping in the tent last night, decided not to. And then this morning I woke up and I thought, well, I'm going to check and see if there's any messages, on my personal. And I have this ritual that I play a few games in the morning and do some coloring. And then I, do my meditation and I do my gratitude and I read the Bible and I just kind of take that moment. And like I said, I usually connect with spirit and ask, what is the message this week? And for whatever reason, I didn't do it this morning. It's like I forgot. And I received a message on my business page. And a few weeks back, well, actually a few years ago, I had joined my high school's alumni Facebook group. And I'd never posted in it, ever. Just said hi, thanks for letting me join, that kind of thing, at the very beginning. And a few weeks ago, I came across the page because someone had posted in it. So I was like reading up on some posts and stuff. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to take this opportunity. I want to talk about my books. I want to say, like, listen, guys, no matter what happened back then in high school, we are not defined by that. So if you had a good teacher, a bad teacher, the advice, the things that were said to you, it doesn't reflect on who we are today. It doesn't define us. And I had explained how, like, the first time around in high school, I was told, oh, you'll never write a book because of your dyslexia and you have a tendency to run on sentences. And how now I'm a published author and I have 2 self-published books and, here's where you can find them type thing. And I posted and that was that, right? And then this morning I woke up to a message from someone from that group who I actually went to high school the first time around. And when we were in high school, she was part of the crew that bullied, picked on me, name called, treated me like garbage, treated like I was a foreign piece of equipment, like I had no purpose. And she sent the page a message last night, and I want to read it to you because I really am I was overwhelmed. I literally read it and cried for 20 minutes because I was just like, wow, like, wow. And as I write my 3rd book right now, I'm just like going through some healing that I've put off for a very long time. And, doing what I do and having the opportunities I have to help other people stand in their truth and stand into their power and stand in their authenticity of just allowing themselves to be vulnerable and allowing themselves to just heal is one of the most greatest achievements of my life. And she messaged in and she said, Tamara, I just saw your post from the Edward Milne site on Facebook. And I now remember where I recognize you from. If I was at all not a nice person to you way back in the day, I am truly sorry for causing you any pain. Those days are not my fondest of days, which has caused some issues in my adulthood. You are amazing. You've come so far and you're so strong, and you should be very proud of yourself. And I read this morning, and even now, as I read it, I'm teared up because I have waited so long, and something I thought would never be possible took place, and it's that simple act of taking accountability, taking ownership and apologizing and making amends. One of the things I learned in rehab and in treatment was, I went through the steps, and step number 4 is like taking accountability and apologizing and making amends to those who have caused harm. And when you can't, still making amends in some form, right? Whether it's writing a letter and then burning it, never sending it, just taking that ownership. And I was kind of like caught off guard, I guess. And I recorded a video and I posted it on Facebook on the timeline or on my business page as well. And I hadn't responded yet. And I want to read my response to you because I really feel like there's a lesson to come from this. So I said, "Good morning, and thank you for reaching out. I'm not going to lie, when I read your message this morning, I was a little taken back. I want to say thank you for apologizing and taking accountability for the way you treated me back in high school. That takes a lot. I want to also say I forgive you. Not just because I have to, but because of everything I have learned in my life since then. Not because of the Bible and God teaches me to, but because I want to. I want to also thank you for the kind words you wrote as well. This message you sent literally broke me into tears. I don't know what your struggle is, but I want you to know that through God and everything, I have survived. I have learned that I was created for this. I was made for this. That everything in my life I have survived. That I was meant to experience it. So that one day I can deliver a testimony of how I grew, learned, and transformed my life. I wish you all the best. And again, thank you. And you're welcome to follow the page and stay on this journey. And I hope that from being a part of the community, we here at Rise Up with Tamara can help you take your power back, to speak your truth and rise up. And know you're not alone, and that you were defined not by your past, but by your present. Have an amazing day. God bless. And remember, you're a queen. Sending you all my love, light, and love. And I wanted to share this with you because I think it's really important, because it doesn't matter if you're 5 years old or you're 99 years old. If you have the opportunity, whether you were on the receiving end or you were on the delivery end of bullying at some point in your life, because research does show that those who are bullied become the bullies. And those whether it's themselves or their children, but it also shows that there are those of us that have been bullied and not bullied back, because we know how it feels. So this week, if you have an opportunity to take accountability for any hurt or pain or harm you have caused someone, whether it be with your physical words, your actions, something you gossip about or spoke about or said, I want you to step into this energy of healing. And I want you to take ownership, to take accountability, to say you're sorry. And listen, we don't have to be physically in their presence. We don't have to reach out in a form of a message if it's unsafe. But if you have an opportunity, I want you to utilize that this week. I want you to say sorry. I want you to apologize. And I want you to Just step into that healing energy. Listen, guys, we have 28 weeks, 26 weeks left to make the best of it, to make 2024 matter. I mean, God, we're not even on July 1st, right? So make today matter. Make the future matter. And if you were a bully at school and you're a new mom or you're a new parent or you have young children of your own and you see that they're getting bullied or you see that they're being the bully, speak to your kids, speak to your nieces, your nephews, your grandchildren, and let them know that words have power. They have power to change and power to hurt. And it's better that your words can make a difference in someone's life than cause harm to someone's life. In conclusion, I hope you have an amazing week. I hope you remember that you are loved and that you're worth it. And I see you. And I'm so blessed to have you a part of this community, a part of this journey, and a part of my existence. Thank you to every single person that is part of this experience. We're here to learn, to grow, and transform. Have an amazing 26th week. We'll see you next week for week 27, when we're going to be in the month of July. Hello? Anyways, guys, have a great day. Sending you all my love and light always. We did it.